Caitlin Clark just experienced a moment during the Nigeria preseason game that has the entire online basketball community talking, debating, and analyzing every single frame of the footage. It was not a deep logo three-pointer that went viral. It was not some impossible, physics-defying pass through heavy traffic. It was not even a game-winning buzzer beater. Instead, it was a foul call that she strongly disagreed with, or more precisely, a situation where she absorbed significant physical contact that went completely uncalled by officials standing just feet away. Rather than walking away silently, like she has consistently done throughout the past 2 demanding years of her professional career, she turned directly toward the referee and made her feelings absolutely clear. There was no screaming involved, no exaggerated gestures meant to hype up the crowd, no dramatic throwing of arms in disbelief, and she certainly did not earn a technical foul. But her reaction, the cold and calculated expression on her face, combined with the exact words she delivered, signaled a major shift in her psychological approach to the game. For 24 straight months, Caitlin Clark has taken an almost unprecedented level of physical punishment on the court without making public complaints, playing the role of the disciplined competitor who absorbs hits, gets back up, and moves on. But in that brief moment against Nigeria, she finally drew a line, showing she is no longer willing to accept questionable calls or dangerous no calls without visible pushback. To truly understand the importance of this situation, you have to look deeper than the surface. On the surface, it may seem like just another competitive player arguing a call, something that happens in every basketball game from high school gyms to professional finals. Players complain, coaches argue, and fans react emotionally. It is part of the sport. However, this situation is different because it involves Caitlin Clark, a generational talent who has endured more physical contact, off-ball grabbing, and aggressive defensive targeting than almost any guard in the league's history. Looking back at her early career, she was once hip-checked to the floor by Kennedy Carter in a play that made national headlines, yet she remained completely composed in the postgame. She has repeatedly been knocked down, face-guarded across the full court.
This is what you got to do. Now, for all the people that said Caitlin Clark whistle ain't fixed, watch this play right here. Caitlin Clark told the referee to call the first foul, then hit a FU3. Watch this. Look, so the referee ain't call it, right? Boom. Referee on the, so if you guys watch this clip, this referee in the back called the same foul. Caitlin Clark went to the...
Yet she always got up, brushed it off, and refused to blame officiating publicly. She has even dealt with multiple soft tissue injuries due to the constant physical toll of being the most hunted player on the court. Just days before this Nigeria game, she experienced another dangerous play when a defender stepped into her landing space during a three-point attempt, a move known to cause serious ankle injuries. Yet she still responded calmly and even praised the referees afterward. This makes the sudden change in her demeanor even more significant, raising the question of why she chose this preseason game to finally hold a referee accountable in real time. The answer lies in timing, and timing is everything. Just days before this viral moment, after delivering an efficient performance against the Dallas Wings, Caitlin Clark publicly praised the new collective bargaining agreement rules, which were designed to reduce excessive physical contact, holding, and off-ball interference. During that press conference, she appeared calm, professional, and supportive of the officials, stating that the games were being called tighter. However, beneath that diplomatic tone was a deeper message. By praising the new rules, she was indirectly acknowledging that the previous style of officiating allowed her to be unfairly targeted. She was setting a clear expectation that moving forward, these stricter standards must be enforced consistently. In doing so, she established a baseline. So when the referee in the Nigeria game failed to meet that standard by allowing clear illegal contact without a whistle, Clark responded immediately, not out of emotion, but as a calculated move. This was not a random outburst or frustration boiling over. It was a deliberate moment of boundary setting by a player who understands both the game and the politics of officiating. Around the same time, comparisons began emerging, including analysis similar to how elite players like Stephen Curry are officiated, where constant movement and offensive gravity force defenders into physical tactics like grabbing and holding. The only way to slow such players is often through borderline fouls, which places even more responsibility on referees to enforce rules properly. At the same time, this shift does not mean Caitlin Clark is transforming into a player who constantly argues or disrupts the game.
And did it again. And so, as you guys can see here, Caitlin Clark is showing her authority. She's showing her authority to these referees now. Like, she ain't scared. Look at her. Watch her. Signal to the ref. Call the foul. Now watch her do the same thing. Boom. Now, as you guys can see here, now Caitlin Clark do get flat because she lead with this arm here. But if you guys see right here, she's completely cutting Caitlin Clark off. That is a foul. And look at Caitlin sold it. And I'm just loving this from Caitlin. I'm loving this.
That is not her identity, and it is not how she dominates. Her strength remains her elite skill, vision, and shooting range. In the Nigeria preseason game itself, aside from the officiating moment, she performed at a high level in limited minutes, efficiently controlling the offense, scoring, and facilitating without forcing plays. Her team secured a dominant blowout victory, with strong contributions across the roster, showing cohesion and depth. However, despite all the impressive stats and highlights, that single interaction with the referee stands out as the most important takeaway. It set the tone for the season ahead, sending a message to officials that she will no longer stay silent, to defenders that she will not tolerate excessive physicality, and to her teammates that she expects protection and accountability on the court. As the regular season approaches, the real test will be whether referees maintain strict enforcement under pressure, especially when games become more intense. Caitlin Clark has clearly evolved, transitioning from a quiet rookie absorbing contact into a confident, authoritative presence demanding respect. A version of her that combines elite performance with assertiveness toward officiating may be the most dangerous version yet, signaling that the era of passive acceptance is over and a new standard has been set.